I'm super excited to bring you a new series that I want to end up doing. It's called Foodgasm or Flop. What the hell is a foodgasm? Well, if y'all love food as much as I do, I call it 3 levels of foodgasm, okay? So the first level is like a really great kiss. You just kind of close your eyes and savor that for just a minute and just let the warm hug just flow all over you, okay? The second one is where you're like, oh my God, that's so good. And then the third is when Harry Met Sally moment. You're just like, yes, yes, yes. And you slide like you're almost sliding under the table because it's so good. And you just, So those are foodgasms. And that's how we're going to be rating the foods that I'm going to be bringing you. I'm going to be trying new recipes and rating cookbooks and going to different food bloggers and introduce you to those, because there's a whole world of foods out there that I had no clue as to how good everything tasted, and there's different spices and things that I never did. And so anyway, now that you are educated on what a foodgasm is, and of course I think you can kind of figure out what a flop is. It's just like, meh, could not, or it's just downright disgusting. No. So anyway, I'm also going to be introducing my friend Brenda and bringing some other people in to be able to have that. So I hope that this kind of clears things up. This is your little intro to Foodgasm or Flop. No. No. Okay. I am so excited. So Brenda and I were talking the other day about, or multiple times actually, about my whole foods plant-based diet. I'm mostly whole foods plant-based, but anyway, she's like, what is that? If you look back at the millet of a year ago, that was so funny. And I have,
she had to explain to me what millet was. I thought it was a fish.
So I have plans for her, but this is the first of many.
I hope this plan's including, that's why I'm being
this is
okay on this stuff today. It's because my goal is to not have that anymore.
Well, here's the thing, is that you don't like to cook. You want something super easy. So I'm going to make it my life's mission to make it super easy to be able to just go, boop, 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 there you go.
Yep.
And
I like that. Boop, boop, boop. There you go.
I have
the list.
A surprise for you.
Okay.
This was introduced to me by what my friends call my crunchy friends, like the granola, the healthy people. And so this is vegan queso. Queso being used loosely, but I just call it a vegan dip. It's very, very good.
Okay.
Okay. And so here it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I smell it? Does it smell bad?
I don't smell it. Go ahead, but you're still trying it.
It smells like...
Are you one to smell everything?
I can't... It smells like pickles or something. What's in it? Okay, I'm nervous.
Okay.
Okay, so I just...
Yeah. The chips are not the healthiest, but this is a good... But a good bit on there.
That's a bit, right?
Okay, that's good.
Is it hot?
No, it's not spicy. You can make it spicy if you want. I had to eat like a couple different bites of that. This is your bowl completely. So you can double dip. I don't care.
The texture's a little runnier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah? A little bit.
Is that like the way it comes?
It can.
Are these vegan?
No, I don't know. Again, I just grabbed it. I ended up
obviously it's not horrible because I am going back for a second.
All right.
But I need to just taste the stuff off of it,
So let me tell you a story while you're doing this. So
it tastes good, but I can't.
The first time I made this, I was like, oh my gosh, it's
what
almost.
What am I eating anyway? What is this?
I'll just tell you a minute. It's kind of like crack because I just kept eating it because it was actually really, really good. I was very surprised because of the ingredients
in there. It must be the Okay.
Okay. So then my mom comes over and you know, she's real traditional in her foods, pot roast, meatloaf, that kind of thing. She's not into the whole like vegan stuff. And
I
she
can
just
almost see how you could get away with calling it queso.
right.
If it was warm, can you warm it up?
I'm sure you could, but
I think if it was warm, you could fool me.
yeah. Well, so she ate half of the bowl and then took the last half with her. I didn't have any more. I was like, okay, that happened. All right, so
what is it?
this has cashews. That's
I like cashews.
Right. So it's cashews that adds the creaminess. It has salsa, turmeric, which is really good for inflammation. Just a tad of
probably
salt.
makes it orangey too.
A touch of salt and nutritional yeast, which adds protein, and the cheesy flavor.
Nutritional yeast.
Right. Blew my mind. What
Which
that
does
was
what
when I
again?
first- It has a lot of protein in it, and it adds a little bit of a cheesy
What does
flavor.
nutritional yeast look like? What is that even like? What is it? A powder?
It's an orange. Like you could get it orange flakes or orange powder stuff. Yeah. It's
I've never heard of nutritional yeast before.
Yeah. I never did either
the word
until I
yeast
started
just
getting
doesn't-
into the whole
yeah.
foods, vegan, vegetarian, especially
Well,
vegan.
It is very tasty, and I think if you warmed it up, you could totally fool somebody into thinking this was queso.
It's good though.
Because I think that's what's tricking me. Because it tastes like cold queso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad.
It's not too bad at all.
Yeah. It's a little bit different.
I think I would eat it warm for sure.
I like to blend it a lot so that it gets a little smooth.
Pickly flavor, I guess I'm tasting is the salsa, like it must be like the vinegar or whatever in the salsa, maybe.
Maybe? I don't know. Nutritional yeast is a different type of smell too. But there you go. Yay!
First time ever having nutritional yeast. Never even heard of it before.
Right? And you ate something vegan.
Would this be considered a kind of hummus? Because isn't hummus like nuts that are smushed?
It's chickpeas. Chickpeas, olive oil.
Because I like hummus.
Yeah.
I've been on a little hummus kick lately because that falls into my little 7 systems plan thing that I'm doing.
Yes.
So hummus falls into that, but I didn't know what hummus was. I thought it was just any kind of nuts smushed.
Well, no, and it's beans.
Chickpeas.
It would be, yeah, but you could use lentils as a hummus. You could do.
What's a lentil?
We're gonna be. Oh.
Is a lentil a bean? And it's just a fancy name.
It's
for
like
a
a
bean?
legume type thing, which is a bean type. But it's not really a bean.
I'm from Texas. We got pintos and black. Which kind do you like? That's all I got. You got pinto beans and black beans. Or baked beans. I mean, seriously. What's a legume versus a lentil? We need a definition. Legume, lentil, bean. What's the difference? I thought lentils were like peas.
Well, they're also known as chickpeas or
But
garbanzo.
a green pea is not a chick. It's not a I know a chickpea's like brown, right? It's like
it's
like
a tan color and it looks like kind of a marble.
Where
but
does
it's
the
also
pea fall into this category?
I don't know. I just eat it. God, that's where I'm getting. We
will be back with the definitions of legumes. Legumes is how you say it. Legumes.
Yes.
Lentils and beans.
See, this
we
is
will figure this out.
Okay, so you're asking me all these questions. This is really good. I'm glad that you did that. So, even though I don't know shit. So anyway,
she does know what yeast is. This kind of yeast. It's good.
No, but so
I think I need to warm it up. And try it.
Okay, so I am going to be starting Foodgasm Fridays. Okay, so Foodgasm Fridays.
If she warmed us up, it might be Foodgasm Friday.
Right? And so that's where I'm going to be introducing foods like nutritional yeast.
I'm really surprised at how much that tastes like queso.
I know, and you're continually
I know,
eating it.
because it does it tastes like eating cold queso.
But I am going to be researching stuff, explaining a little bit more of like what a lentil is, how do you do it, how do you cook it.
We will be back with that information.
And be able to do. And that's what I'm going to start doing is I want it to be a little more easily accessible because honestly, I got insanely overwhelmed. And then whenever the millet thing that we did,
but you realize people didn't know what millet was.
I didn't even know what millet was. Remember, I got all excited about discovering what millet was,
and then teaching me.
Right? And there's like araminth, and which is another araminth. It's a grain. It's like an ancient grain.
Sounds like a band from the 80s.
Right? So we're going to be...
Oh, that's Aerosmith, right? Close enough.
Hey, it's the same. It's the same. But, so I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to have some food for you to try that I have.
Well, this was a good start.
Yes.
Because
some of it's going to be
wasn't awful.
awful.
Because if it was awful, I wouldn't be so quick to come back for more.
Right? And do we need to put that over to the side?
Probably.
Okay.
I did already eat lunch.
I know, but it's
But
good.
I am tempted to see what it tastes like warm because it tastes so much like queso that.
Do you want me to nuke it for you?
No, because now I'll probably eat the whole thing.
I'm glad you like it. That's really awesome. I
can't believe it tastes like queso.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
I'm impressed.
And here comes
Okay,
Allie.
you won.
Allie in the show.
Hi, Allie. No.
No, she'll be
for
fine.
you.
So
I was trying to think of what to call it. What is it called again? It's called
vegan queso.
Vegan queso.
Yeah. Even though I say queso used like loosely, so it just all depends. But yeah, no, it's insanely good.
You're using it loosely?
What loosely? I'm using it loosely.
Hey, it works.
Hey,
loosely.
You're always you talk with an accent, and then you ask me whenever I talk with an accent, what is it?
One of my friends from
Girl
who lives in Montana, she said I was twangy.
Mm-hmm. You do get twangy, but you know what? I really honestly can't judge.
Bad.
But whenever I get super excited, upset, that sort of thing, my boyfriend Richard, he just starts giggling because
He said
I start talking like this a little bit, and then I'm like, oh hell, you know.
Her East Texas starts showing.
Yeah, right. So that East
Look, we
Texas
both
back.
have polka dots.
Yes, I thought I'd match you today.
Polka dots. Okay, so my sweet friend Angie warmed up my vegan queso.
You didn't even wait until I got here. You're so excited.
But it really good. Warmed up.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Don't talk about food in your mouth.
It's so good, right?
It is. It's really good warmed up. I like it better warmed up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is, and it's
because if I'm eating queso, it's supposed to be warm.
right. So
Okay.
let's actually
we have an
get back to this.
answer.
Okay, so she was quizzing me about all this stuff, and the way she was asking me, all of a sudden, like I was like, I don't know.
She does know because she has a whole slew of these things. So apparently, from Google, legumes. Is that how you say them? Legumes? They're a class of vegetables that includes beans, peas, and lentils. And lentils are their own type, harvested as a seed of the plant and dried. And they're flat like lenses. That's why they're called lentils.
So these are brown lentils. There's brown, green.
So they're all part of this is all part of the legume family, apparently.
Right, and then they all have different cooking times. This one kind of breaks down a little bit more and gets kind of.
Does it taste like sweet potatoes? Because that's what it looks like.
No, but isn't it beautiful?
Mm-hmm. It looks like sweet potatoes. It makes me want a sweet potato.
It's
Sweet
so
potatoes
good,
vegan. I can eat sweet
It's
potato.
so good.
Just can't smother it in butter.
And so this has really high protein. This is it really.
So do you boil these? Is that what? How do you?
Yeah,
cook
you kind of
like beans. You make them like beans.
Yeah, basically.
Like kind of like rice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you eat them soupy or do you eat them like?
You can put them in soups.
Like,
I make them like I do regular beans and lentils.
Like this.
In Chile, there's the lentil soup is amazing. Then there's a lentil dal, DAAL. It's a Indian dish. It's so good. But yeah, you can do all sorts of great stuff. Okay, so these are dried chickpeas.
Mm-hmm.
This is also a legume. You were asking me what these were.
Dried chickpeas. Are chickpeas normally
Chickpeas
not dried?
are garbanzos. Well, yeah, they are, but this is, if you buy this in bulk, it's cheaper, and then you have to soak them like beans, and then you cook them.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And then, yeah.
So if you buy them not dry, they come in like a jar, like.
Yeah, they come in a can, just like regular beans. They're in the bean section.
Okay. And what are these things with the little white slivers?
So these are adzuki beans. I had never heard of these before.
Oh, what?
Adzuki.
Adzuki.
Zuki.
Okay.
And
they have
it's
little white things in them. They're pretty.
Yeah.
What do they taste like? They look like black-eyed peas, kind of. Or
they kind
a
of
mix between black eyed peas and
black
beans.
Yeah. But no, they have a little bit of a heartier kind of a texture to them. They're actually really, really good. They're a little high in protein with that too. It's really good stuff. It just, I get these, I have this obsession with cookbooks, and I like to research the bejesus out of stuff. And so in doing that, one of my cookbooks, it had adzuki beans in like every 5th recipe.
This is where we're complete opposites. If I can't pronounce it, I'm not going to the store to try to find it.
If you liked what you saw and you want to continue to see our antics, please do subscribe down below. Do a thumbs up. And then if you have any nutritional questions, or if you want me to feed Brenda some weird stuff, and introduce her to the whole foods, plant-based, not the ordinary foods, please do comment below what you'd like to see, or show me the food down below. All right, thanks again, and see you on the flip side. Peace.